here for day 3, part 4 of Animal Crossing. We are now back in HillValley to show you something that I did off screen and to show you what it's like when you start a new day. So Tom Nook, take it away.
Moving forward with the HillValley Construction Museum.
Great. So last time, we had already put down Tom Nook's museum. Kristin had day skipped ahead in HillValley, so she already had her tent up where Blathers was there taking donations. Good. So now what he said, after Kristin had given him 15 donations to Blathers between the insects, fossils we found because we were able to dig up, and the fish, he said, well, tomorrow I'll have a museum built. Well, it looks like they're ready to build the museum now. So they started construction, so it's not ready yet. Alright. So it looks like the museum takes about a day to get started and then a day to be completed. So it's 2 days for the museum. Kristin also had asked Tom Nook to build her a house. So we're excited to see if her house is built today, which it should be. But the museum is definitely one of my favorite parts about Animal Crossing, and I don't love that it's a slow build to get to it, but it makes sense because it is a deserted island, nothing's established yet, so it is kind of fun to see the game progress. And honestly, if you really don't want to wait, you can time travel day. So here's Kristin's new house, y'all. And you see some of her flowers are starting to bloom that she's planted several days ago. And the ones in the bottom left, those are lilies, correct? Those lilies she got because we visited a friend on a different island. We already had the pole vault pole. We already had the shovel. But there is also a new item in the game, which honestly I don't know how you get. But I do know that he made it for us. And it's the ladder. Because we were able to pole vault across the rivers and the lakes. But we weren't able to climb up the higher structures. And the pole vault didn't work. So now that he gave us a ladder, we were able to explore. And when you get to that top level, there's a lot of flowers. And Kristin brought back 3 of those lilies. And it looks like she has some mail. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Let's go inside first. So one thing that I heard about, oh wow, there's already so much more space. Wait, what does it say? So this is where you can do your happy home construction, which I saw a video before the game came out. It's much easier now than it is just throwing down stuff and pushing it around. Okay. That's decorating mode. I heard a lot about that. Oh, storage. Excuse me. Storage. That's really great that you have a lot of storage here. Press right on the D-pad. Let's see how much storage you have. 80. The bottom left it says 80. 0 out of 80. Holy cow. So instead of having all your fish outside like we've been doing just so we can have room, now we can start storing everything in storage. That's really nice to know. So to add to storage, I think you go to your inventory and then you choose to add it to storage. Like, go grab those oranges. That's off, but because you have that bright lamp, I guess it's still so bright in the room. Oh, and it's outside. Lights are coming into the window. So my house, it got really dark. Alright, so go grab that orange, and let's show them how to put that into storage. Go to your inventory. Yep.
Menus.
And go to the item you want to put into storage. Click on it. There it is. Put in storage. You should do all your fossils, your extra shoes, probably your ocarina, whatever you want to do. Definitely the boot.
Multi-select. Hopefully they'll get it too.
Yeah, I agree that there's a bunch of things that we've kind of noticed while playing that kind of slows the pace. I think that's done on purpose. For example, like Kristin just mentioned, it'd be nice if you could select 10 items and then put them all into storage. Another thing is, like, notice I have 30 stack of wood. Let's say I wanted to give 10 wood to someone. The old game, it would let you split the stack in half and all that. The only thing I've been able to do is, you see where the option says grab one. So if I need 10 different pieces of wood, I have to hit grab one 10 times hoping that I have the room to put it, and then I've got to click and drag all the wood and put it together just to make a stack of 10. It's not a very fun process. It's long, it's strenuous. If I were you, Kristin, why don't you put all that extra wood in your storage just so you don't have to be holding it, and you can just like keep putting it in your storage when you need it, or get it from your storage when you need it. So this is definitely the home designer. Holy cow, this is so much easier. Click and drag. I know, Kristin, if you wanted to, you can change the angle of the room, and you can see much easier. This really is nice. That this is probably, unless Happy Home Design on the 3DS did this is one of the first games to ever let you really move it around, other than just drop it in the right place, twist it, turn it, push it, or pull it. So to have the drop down like kind of camera like this is really neat. That fish, you can take them up in the storage if you want, unless you like your cute little fish in the house.
That's my butterfly fish.
I can beat a finish.
What does this do? Ah.
So you can do the walls too. You can. I did notice, because basically the reason me and Kristin are on the same page is yesterday I had done a bunch in town. I was kind of done, so I fast forwarded a day yesterday. So I got my house built. I got Blathers to come to me because I had so much fossils and animals. I just really wanted to give them to Blathers and kind of clear up some room. Well, my house, I forgot I'd already selected it. So I had my house, and if you get pairs of clothes, you can actually hang them on the wall. As silly as that sounds, it looks kind of cool. The shirts will go to the higher part, the hats will go to the higher part, and then the pants go to the lower portion of the wall. So basically it kind of looks like you have your outfits laid out on the wall. Alright. Yeah, let's get out of this, and let's, me and Kristin pretty much spent the day yesterday just doing things to raise money. We went to each other's house a few times with our fruit. We planted some trees. Really getting to go visit other people was nice. I mentioned one of my friends was able to give me a ladder. Another one of my friends, right when we had just started, was able to give us a shovel and a pole vault. So it just kind of helped speed up our game, even though we weren't there yet, so we can continue kind of grinding and getting stuff faster and kind of get caught up. So I do like that aspect. If you visit people, you're going to get some good stuff out of it. So Happy Home Academy is what it's talking about here. They've been in every game since I can remember. Normally once a month, they'll you don't see them, but they'll come to your house and they'll rate your house based on like the stuff that you have in your house, and they'll be like, this month, your rating is 1,600 points at Happy Home Academy. If you want more points, put more stuff in your house. If you want more points, get more stuff matching, and they'll give you little tips like that. And the more you had another letter, Kristin.
No.
Oh.
Keep going.
Well, we had another forgot what I was saying. Yeah, they'll keep messaging you and giving you points, and if you get so many points, they'll start sending you rewards, which is pretty nice. And I'm assuming this game knows we just got one. I'm assuming you're going to get a lot of DIY project recipes. And honestly, as silly as it sounds, those have really been so fun to collect. So Gulliver, I don't know if we did that on camera or not. Gulliver is a seagull who was passed out on Kristin's island and my island yesterday, just washed ashore. And basically, after talking to him like 6 times in a row, you have to keep talking to him, he finally woke up and was like, my phone's broken. Well, we ended up saving Gulliver by digging up all the little pieces to his phone along the beach line. And the way you find his little pieces of his phone, if you're going along the beach very slowly, you'll see a little black dot, it's about like the size of a pinhead, and it'll kind of shoot out some water, and then it'll disappear. And then it'll shoot out some water and disappear. And you dig those up, and that actually was what we were looking for. That was Gulliver's pieces to his phone. And after we got those 5 pieces, gave it back to him, he messaged his buddies and said, hey, he's like, I'm here, come pick me up. And he stayed for the rest of the day, but we got an achievement of Nook Miles, basically saying we helped a stranded passenger or a little Animal Crossing character who had washed up on the island. So it's definitely something that I think is going to happen way more than once. You have to be near the wall if you want to put it on the wall. Oh my gosh, never mind. Must turn this camera. It must be on the back side by the door. Keep going. Isn't that neat? So there it is. You can hang your clothes on the wall. Really cool. So now that Kristin's got her home, why don't we see about paying off that loan and see what Tom Nook has to say? Oh, actually, go to your museum first. Since it said it's in the works, let's go show them what the museum looks like now. Because it was a tent where we were able to talk to Blathers. Now, after a day, we donated all we could. Let's see what Blathers... So, okay, so it's clearly under construction now. You can see there's going to be a museum there. It's very exciting. And it looks like we're sadly going to have to wait one more day to see what that looks like. Oh, I want to show everyone the Nook Miles Plus because it's a new day. So now that it's a new day, if you go to your Nook Miles Plus at the very top, you should you see ×2 on all 5 of the ones above, because you can only get up to 5 ×2 a day, I believe. But in this case, it's a new day. You know, you've got all brand new Nook Miles quest or jobs to do. I saw there's several butterflies out right now. I guess because it's nice weather. Last night, Kristin had some rain going, which was pretty cool. It was the first time we'd experienced the rain. Got him. So it's easy just to get lost and immerse and just catching some butterflies, fish. You know, I don't want to just bore you with just hours and hours of just gameplay. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. The game is very fun to watch, but I also didn't want to make it look like we were jumping too far ahead without you. Oh, above you, Kristin. So right here, this is one of the great things of Animal Crossing, at least in my opinion, because I love the museums. So this little star marks something buried in the ground. In the past, it was multiple things. So far, they've only been fossils. So that might be something they update later that may not be. What's funny is that butterfly right there that kind of looks like a miniature Butterfree from Pokemon. She's got some flowers growing there. There's another butterfly. So there's one thing I bought yesterday Kristin doesn't have yet with my Nook Miles, which was called the tool ring. And instead of pressing left and right on the D-pad and just shifting through all those, you push up on the D-pad, and when you do that, it will pull up like your favorited 8 tools. And you can quick select from all 8 instead of having to go through them like that one at a time. Excuse me. So now we're going to enter Tom Nook's house. What are they talking about? Build a shop. Wow, so now we're talking about Timmy, that's Timmy. Timmy building a shop over here. Yeah, I do like your little hat. Okay, now we can do the wallpaper and the flooring. That's pretty neat. Just make some more designs. The built-in storage, honestly, right now is probably the biggest thing. That is really nice. So yeah, you do get rewards based on their kind of level of how they rate you. 98,000 bells. Okay. We haven't been to the Nook Miles ticket yet. We might have to do that on my page. Hey, you can do both. Okay, so go to the airport. It looks like that ticket will be ready for us. That's nice to know. So now, if we go to the kiosk, I believe we can pay off the student loans, the debt for the house. Oh, 3 days in a row, 100 bonus miles. Very nice. Ooh, so just do loan payment, and then pay from savings, and then pay from pocket, and you'll be about 2,000 short. Just go to full amount.
Well, I think I have 2,000. Look, I have 2.
Yeah, but that's still not enough. But you probably have some stuff you can sell right now. If not, we can easily get that. So yes, about $16.90 left. She just did catch some butterflies, so let's sell the butterflies and anything else you may have, and I bet we'll have enough to get it. That's one thing. I don't know if I did on camera or not, but we did redeem 5,000 miles that I had claimed to gain more storage space. And let me tell you, that is such a game changer. I highly recommend it. And then after that, I had also bought the tools upgrade. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking about that. So he's wanting to build a shop, and not only the needs of the community, but his are growing, and then he's going to need your help to collect some items for him. Woohoo! Okay, that's easy. Ooh, 30 iron nuggets. That might be a little bit of a grind. Alright, so go talk to him again, and then let's see if we can sell this. Get your house paid off. It's nice you already have 30 of some wood on you.
Softwood. Right?
Sell that one piece of wood. To the idea to sell that. Come on, baby. It's okay. You know, I guess you don't have any fruit on you, huh? From a different village. Alright, let's go outside. We'll go, well, you know what? Actually, talk to him real quick. You do have a stack of 30. You can give him one of the stacks of wood. So now, for the most part, you've seen everything I've done. I got a new house. I got Blather's museum. I already saw all this dialogue. I wanted y'all to get to see it because I think it's pretty neat that, I mean, I just walked into Tom Nook's place after the house and it's like, hey, blah, blah, you need to build a shop. That's exciting. So now they're going to have a shop where you can talk to the two, Timmy and Tommy, to buy stuff more than likely. Probably Tom Nook. And, you know, he's giving us some rewards for giving them the wood. I've given them all 3 woods, but I have about 20 iron nuggets. I don't have 30 iron nuggets yet. That is the only thing I'm waiting on. But it's a good thing, too, because I didn't get too far ahead. You'll be able to see me turn in the iron nuggets, see me complete it, and see what happens. I'm assuming I get to pick their spot. We'll see what happens after we get all the materials to them. One thing... Oh, excuse me. It's early. One thing that we did just notice is that Tom Nook said we had a little Nook flight ticket or whatever. I don't know for sure, but my assumption is if we use that flight ticket, it might take us to like a deserted style island where we can grind a lot of the materials that we need for the new endeavor. Also, now that Kristin's talking to Mac over here, it is a good idea to talk to all your Animal Crossing characters once a day. I mean, look right there. He just gave us some iron nuggets. Because normally they'll give you some item if you talk to them first time of day. Thanks, buddy. Shoot, just gave us 5 iron nuggets. We already had 1, so that's a good start. There's Cat right there. You can go talk to her. Snagged them. So again, you can see the island looks a lot kind of nicer around here. Person's planted some flowers. Oh my goodness. What you got for us? Oh, a tool. Well, thank you. I don't know if that's... Oh, stone axe. That's cool. Not flimsy, but a stone axe. I wonder if that's weeds next to you, Kristin, or something that's growing. Yeah, I guess it's weeds. Oh, Kristin, you have 90 weeds. You can go make some umbrella and sell them, and then you'll have enough money to pay off your debt. There we go. And you got some butterflies now, too. You did better than me. I missed like 5 times yesterday on camera. I was doing so bad. Oh, Nook Miles Plus. Oh, you had... Oh, nice. 300 miles real quick. 8,000 miles we have. So, yeah, the miles are great. Me and Kristin were just doing a bunch of the daily tasks because they just keep like that. They just keep popping up. And she's actually about to beat that Create 3 DIY projects because she's about to make at least 3 umbrellas from the weeds. So... sometimes you get some so simple like take a photo. I mean, in my opinion, it's great. It's fun to grind them. It's never ending, so you're just constantly like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And if you don't know what to do in Animal Crossing, follow the DIY Miles Plus projects or tasks. It'll give you something to do. So that is pretty cool. And then here, if you, I still haven't figured out if it's like 1 button, 2 buttons, or all the buttons. But after they start creating, if you press a mixture of the 4 buttons, she'll go and she'll start speeding through it. I think that's kind of helpful when you're just kind of trying to do these real quick. On this next one, we're going to try doing that. Try pressing on the buttons to show kind of the difference in speed. Just where your right fingers just press off. I don't know, A and B together maybe. I
click this.
Now, let me see. You make them, and then after it's making, see how she? I literally just push like all these. I don't really know. I hadn't figured out, but again, I'm just pressing A real quick to make through all this because it automatically goes, and then look, boom, real quick. Because you know it's automatically going to be back on the umbrella again. And press all those buttons again, and she just goes to town. So I'll make this last umbrella here. Here, Kristin. And honestly, right there, I was just tapping A really fast. It may have just been just any button. You can get out of it. I didn't mean to get back into it. So he has to cut down a tree and plant a tree. So what I normally do is fruit trees sadly don't count. So you have to buy a sapling from the store for it to count for planting a tree. So normally I'll just buy one from him and go get it. And you got your butterflies too. Just give me the money there, buddy. There we go. Now we can pay off that balance. What's funny is, remember how I had like $2,000 left over when I paid my budget? And I told you I owed you like $2,000? Well, look, you needed like $2,000. So if the reason I'm saying that is if I had honestly given Kristin, from pockets, if I had given Kristin the money that I owed her, and the reason I say owed her is I went to her place and I helped her pick weeds, and I forgot to give her the weeds on the left. If I'd given her the money that I owed her, she would have had just the right amount to pay off hers, and I would have had just the right amount to pay off mine. So we're neck and neck. That's a good thing. We're right with each other. I may be a little ahead of her as far as I'm past this just a tad, but I mean, we're financially at the same place. Really, as far as accomplishment, we're at the same place. I may or may not have a few more miles, but honestly, like I said, we are neck and neck. So that's all really good. So one trick I'm seeing Kristin just did here that I had found out and showed her is when you're under the Nook miles, instead of just holding the left analog down and finding where to do it, if you press the right analog, notice it went all the way to the bottom, but to one that says Get Miles. If you press right on the analog, it jumps to the next thing you can collect. If you push left on the analog, you're searching, you may overlook it, because I did that a lot. But then when you press right on the analog now, see how it's jumping in kind of patches? If it does that, there's no more to collect. But if it jumps down to another one that says Claim Me, it just helps so much more, because you can see there's several options to choose from. Little things like that, we're learning and finding out. It makes the game a lot more enjoyable and easy to play. So here we are again. Wait, did you talk to Tom Nook? Well, let's go tell him that we paid off the debt, because he might have some words of encouragement. Sorry, I should have said that before you left. Bigger, huh? Yeah, go talk to him. So double the payment of last time, pretty much. Let's do it. Yay!
Let's look at all the different colors.
Purple egg, huh? This way you can see the two, because you're going to work on your house again, you figure out which one you like. So we basically got 100,000 bells in one day of playing a good bit. So my assumption is maybe it'll take 2 days, but at the same time too, we're also further in the game, so we have other stuff unlocked to help us make money. We have fossils and stuff like that now, but we can't donate them yet. But if you ever get duplicate fossils, like right there, yeah, let's show them this. So when Gulliver was trapped on the island, you can see right in front of Kristin, there's nothing there, but now that black hole disappeared and the water sprayed out, and then it disappears. That is stuff to dig up. Right now, what she's going to dig up is something that the first time you dig this clam up, you turn it into fish food. Fish food, which Kristin may have on her person. Why don't you go to the water if you do? Let's use it. Fish bait, excuse me. I guess you have to be a little closer to the water. What?
I gotta find some fish in there.
Oh, you do? I thought you throw it out without a fish. Yeah, no. You must just, you don't.
Need another one up here.
Yeah,
It said
but
you'll want to scatter this in a body of water with fish in it.
yeah, but with fish in it, that doesn't mean it has to be where a fish is. So you just know that one's here. But let's test your theory. Let's throw out another thing of fish food, if you don't mind. Let's see if a fish appears. And if that is the case, I think this is really neat, because it basically makes fish come when, like, instead of having to run around and find it. Or there's some task that says catch fish. There's some tasks that say catch a certain type of fish. And if you have that task that makes you catch a certain type of fish, and you know what body of water it's in, you can go to that body of water and throw out fish food, and it'll probably help you find them. So that is really nice. Okay. Kristin is becoming quite the pro angler over here. She is, she's getting it taken care of. So good job, Kristin. So yeah, fish food. The reason I just wanted to show you that, those little circles with the water spraying out, I didn't know where to find the little pieces for Gulliver's phone at first. That's where it was. And even if you're not doing that, oh wait a second. You might want to make a flimsy axe, because if you cut it 3 times now with this new axe, you cut the tree down. So you really can't collect all the pieces of wood. So at first I was excited I got a stronger axe. Oh, use your stone axe that she just gave you. But if you're just trying to collect materials, the regular axe really isn't good, because you'll just go around cutting all your trees down. And yes, you can replant them, but if you're just wanting to do that and get all 3, use a flimsy axe, use a stone axe, which we can't make a stone axe yet. But if what am I trying to say? If you are trying to cut down trees, you can use that level 2 axe. You also can eat fruit and use a flimsy axe, didn't you? To cut down a tree before with food. Oh, you dug it up, and while it was standing like that. So as Kristin said, I got you. So I guess if you use a shovel, somehow you can cut down or dig up a tree if you're eating food. So go figure. Sitting under the tree, huh? Alright, well, why don't you do this? Just keep collecting wood, because that's what you need right now to turn in, and then you need to be looking for rocks so we can turn in your stuff, because you probably don't need a whole lot of sticks. Or worst case scenario, some wasps coming at you. Yeah, and you can only hit the tree 3 times once a day. So my strategy is I like to do, like Kristin's doing, she's going from one tree to another right by each other. That way you kind of can know the area you've already kind of harvested, so you're not getting confused or not knowing which ones you can and can't hit. Finish that to the right, so you know that right side's done. 3 hardwood in a row, that's pretty good. What are you trying to get out of shaking?
Some bells before you get a recipe once it up.
You got 30 hardwood, I see. But you just need 30 regular wood now? I can't remember. You think you turned in the regular wood?
Yeah, I did.
So what you want to do is walk behind it slowly, and then when he stops, press and hold A and then sneak out. A little closer. Now. There you go. Look at that tiger beetle. I pounced first. Tiger beetles actually sell for a good bit of money, I figured out. Alright. Well, I think what we'll do now, while Kristin is kind of exploring and collecting her materials, I think we're going to swap over to my file real quick. Because I've done what she's doing now as far as collected all the wood. I'm working on the iron right now, the iron nuggets. So I'd like to be able to kind of get caught up on that. And also what I've been wanting to do and waited for is, you notice she got a Nook's Miles ticket. I believe that's there so you can like kind of harvest materials. So I wanted to do the Nook's Miles ticket, even though I only have one of them. I wanted to do that with all of you. You notice I'm coming online on the top left screen, and I changed my gamer tag to KK Slider with a nice little burgundy background. But I want to do my ticket with y'all while you're all watching. and kind of show you what that is, explore it together, because it's unknown to me. I don't like to look at spoilers. I like to figure this out with you. Sure, there's probably people ahead of us, but I'm trying to give as much of an in-depth explanation of the game without just recording every second we have. Run, Kristin, run back to the house to the right. Run, sprint. Come on, you can make it to Tom Nook's. Come on, go, go, go. She made it! So, if you're lucky enough to get to a house, that's how you escape the wasp. And now she can go back and collect the wasp nest, and she'll get 300 bells. Win-win. Well, that was a good way to end it. She's going to sell, giving her materials here, and we're about to fire up Animal Crossing with the glare on the screen. Whatever. Alright, Kristin. Hand you this real quick.